I'm Matthew Lombardo, and I'm the playwright of Whose Holiday. I am so excited to share this production with you, but more importantly, to raise money for Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS. You know, this pandemic has a lot of people struggling to pay their rent, struggling to keep their health insurance. Some people are even struggling to put food on their own table. But thankfully, throughout all of this, Broadway cares. For over 30 years, the American theater community has helped Broadway Cares raise over $300 million. And that's all thanks to your kindness and generosity. But we do still need your help. Did you know that just for $10, you can help someone get an HIV test at a local clinic? For $25, you could provide healthy meals for an entire week. And for $50, you could make sure the heat stays on this month for a family in need. Any contribution you give would be greatly appreciated. Now comes the exciting news. Anyone giving up to $10,000 during this streaming event, your donation will be matched by our generous supporters, Phil and Liz Gross. Also, for the first 35 people who give $200, you will get sent a Whose Holiday coffee mug. So please, donate today. You can do it right now by going to broadwaycares.org/Whose Holiday 2020. You know, we don't know when this pandemic will end. So in the meantime, let's help each other out. I hope you have as much fun watching this show as we had creating it. Considering the year that we've been through, I would say we all could use a good laugh. So stay safe, happy holidays, please donate, and enjoy the show.
Hello, Christmas, Christmas Day. Blue day, a new blue day. Welcome to Whose
Oh, hi! Well, hello! I'm so glad that you're here, but I can't talk that long because it's that time of year. See, I'm throwing a party tonight for some pals, just a little soiree for some guys and some gals. I'd invite you to stay, but my place is so small, and, well, if I ask one, then I have to ask all. But we can chat for a bit until they all start to show, and then I'm afraid, well, you all have to go. Oh, you all look so festive, just bursting with cheer. Hi, mister. Hi, lady. Yes, queer in the rear. You remember me, right? Oh, I'm sure that you do. When I was a youngster, I was Cindy Lou Who. You recall my big eyes, my pink one-piece pajama. It was a present that year from my now dead great-grandma. Oh, such an innocent I was. Oh, the ignorance of youth. Then life starts to unfold and you get kicked in the tooth. But I'm getting ahead. I don't mean to confuse. I just hate Christmas Eve, as do some of you Jews. See, my loathing stems from a deep-rooted place in a town known as Whoville, where I can't show my face. You remember the city, so festive, so white. Our holiday seasons were filled with delight. How we'd sing Fahu Fores, Dahu Dores with glee, as we put Goo Goo Gums and Foo-Foo Fluffs on the tree. Whatever the fuck those were. When you all saw me last, I was 2, maybe 3. 'Twas the year I met Santa, or so he told me. He wore the same clothing, the buckled suit and the hat, but something had changed with this strange copycat. He was green and quite large, not man, not beast. He didn't look like Santa, no, not in the least. His real intent was to stop Christmas that year, So he came into town with his doggy reindeer. He came right into our home when we were all sleeping, but then I heard a noise, so out of bed I went creeping. I watched for a while as he was stealing our shit. And then I cooed by mistake and he saw me, that twit. Why, Santa Claus, why? I asked him sincerely, as he grunted and snorted and made his way near me. He told me some lie about electrical malfunction. So fast with the fibs, so resourceful, such gumption. But I believed his whole story. That's what the young do. I thought he was Santa and his words were all true. How was I to know he was evil or crass? He gave me some water, then patted my ass. Oh, excuse me a moment. This needs my attention. A guest might be lost and want some direction. Hello, Merry Christmas, and how do you do? Yeah, you're speaking with me. It's Cindy Lou Who. Oh, hi, Thidwick. It's Thidwick, the big-hearted moose. Where are you? What's happening? Come over, let loose. Oh, you can't? Oh no. I'm so sorry to hear. An antler infection? It won't disappear? No, that's okay. But it won't be the same. Yes. Thank you for calling. That excuse was so lame. All moose shed their antlers in winter. I swear. He thinks I'm as dumb as a box full of hair. But that's okay. Other friends will soon come. And believe you me, they are fun, 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 fun. That moose can't upset me. I won't make a big stink. I'll just get my party started with a holiday drink. Now let's see, I have vodka and bourbon and gin on this table. I'm just gonna fix me a cocktail while y'all read your playbill. Go ahead, read, it's very interesting. Oh. Oh, good. Oh, yes, come to Mama. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. You must think I am so terribly rude. Any drinkers out there? Anyone in the mood? Anyone? You, sir. Come on up. Don't be shy. Don't be quiet. Oh, you're gonna be a riot. What's your name?
Ryan.
Ryan. That's a nice tag. From the way that you dress, you look like a Frank. Where are you from?
From Houston.
Houston, ooh, that sounds majestic. I've never been out of Whoville. I'm just a girl who's domestic. What do you do for a living? Something acclaimed?
Nothing fancy. Just run away.
Well, you should not be ashamed. Maybe a little ashamed. Okay, come on, Ryan, come sit up here. I'm gonna pour you a nice drink. Oh, yes. Ooh. Oh, and now, just a splash of some nice icy seltzer. Bing, 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 bing. Oh, whee. Okay, but not too much seltzer, so fasten your belt, sir. Okay, oh, you're not in AA or any of that nonsense?
Oh, I
And now a whole cup of some nice icy seltzer. Okay, here we go. All right. I didn't want you to relapse on my fucking conscience, so. Here's to you, Ryan, my handsome sweet pup. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. All right, bottoms up. Whoa! That is strong. I've got to be careful. One more of these and I'll sure be a handful. Well, it was nice meeting you, Ryan. You sure are a treat. Okay, clearly you're not into this. Go back to your seat. Go back to your seat. Santa's not as fun as I thought he'd be. Oh, look. Oh, they must have just opened the gate to let in the rude people who arrived here so late. Oh, no, don't mind us. No, we're fine, really. Let's just screw all the people who showed up here on time. You all settled now, you sure? All set? Don't get out of those seats. That is a threat. Ugh, these holiday tourists, Ryan, they rev up my jets. God forbid you spend money and see the Rockettes. So, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, that green freak who took all of our things and made our Christmas look bleak. So the next morning, we Who's were not happy. With no toys to play with, the day was, well, crappy. No Gene Tinglers, no Pantukas, no skates for the meadow. It's like we woke up and now lived in the ghetto. I'm sorry, is that word offensive? It gets worse. So I cried and I cried till I got a good slap. My parents were not entertaining my crap. They called me ungrateful, thankless, and churlish. They demanded I start acting more happy and girlish. Cindy, they said, Christmas ain't about gifts. It's about joy and peace. Quit your crying and sniffs. So the whole town got dressed and stood round that big tree. We sang that same song. Ooh, some folks were off key. But we didn't let anyone spoil our tune because we all had each other in our Whoville commune. And that in itself was truly enough. We Who's stood together in good times and tough. And the love that we shared made me feel oh so swell. Though I still wanted a Malibu Barbie doll from Mattel. Oh, my friends have arrived. I've now got to go. I'll catch up with you later. It was nice chatting, you know. 1 minute, I'm coming! Oh, such holiday luck. To be surrounded by friends. Jesus Christ! What the fuck? Oh, you kids! Oh, you kids are in trouble! Can't you read? No trespassers! You show up here again, I'll kick all of your asses! Well, that wasn't nice. My spirits are dropping. Oh, just look at me now. My new dress is now sopping. I've gotta go change. I'll be back in a twinkle. There. This is pretty. Not even a wrinkle. That was just like Dream Girls. Oh, these kids now in Whoville are so nasty and mean. But I'll get them back come next Halloween. I'm just kidding. I would never put razor blades in apples again. I need to cheer myself up. I'm just gonna take out my stash. Have any of you ever smoked a pipe filled with who hash? Oh, don't you oh and awe me. It's like a prescription. It just keeps me in check, so don't have a conniption. Now, you may not know this, but I suffer depression. I don't do this a lot, don't get that impression. I've just had a hard life, which I'm sorting and dealing, and sometimes a smoke, well, it keeps me from feeling. So one quick puff, then I'll see what my plan is. Just give me a sec.
This shit is bananas!
What happened on that one crazy Christmas as the Grinch drove away with our toys on the isthmus. I'm sorry. An isthmus is a little strip of land forming a link between two larger parts of land, usually joining structures, craters, or clefts larger than itself. How we doing? Are you okay, baby boy? Ryan, it'll go right over your head. Oh, I'm gonna dumb things down for you from now on. All right. So out of nowhere, we hear this boop, 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 boop from a bugle high up on a hill out of view. Then a sled tumbled down the snowy white cliff. With that man-beast aboard, we remained rather stiff. That creature, that ogre who took everything, brought all our stuff back when we started to sing. And I thought to myself, how peculiar, how strange that someone like him was now able to change. Well, we Who's were so moved by his act of contrition that we invited him to share in our holiday tradition. We asked him to stay. We added a chair. Oh, we even let him carve our delicious roast beast. That Grinch sat to my left at that afternoon feast. Oh, how I loved that delicious roast beef. But as the night went on, he bravely told us the facts. How he lived by himself with just his dog, Max. Oh, what a sad little life. It brought a tear to my face. How could he live all alone in that faraway place? Well, from that day forward, we became rather chummy. That green thing and I, oh, he was charming, funny. He would drive into town on his little ox cart. He was thoughtful and kind for an ugly old fart. He taught me to skate, to ride my bike down the street. Oh, he took me for ice cream. Oh, that monster was sweet. Years flew by and we remained rather close. My school chums didn't get it. They just thought he was gross. But every so often you befriend someone offbeat who can teach you new lessons, make you complete. I didn't care if he was different or not like the rest. He treated me nicely. That's my only test. I'm not gonna fib. I can't even pretend. That silly old Grinch, he became my best friend. But things started to change when I turned 18. I was becoming a woman, and he was still green. The night of my birthday, he took me alone to the dock, where he gave me my present, his big, thick, long, excuse me. Hello, why aren't you at my party? Oh, Yertle the turtle. Yeah, I knew you'd be tardy. Oh, wait, I can't hear you. My phone's not connecting. Oh, congratulations, my friend. Your wife is expecting? How soon, how exciting, how thrilling, how nifty. The doctor supposes she's due to have 50? Oh, she's not feeling well. Oh, no, sure, yeah. I get it. You're not stopping by. Don't worry, don't sweat it. Yes, to you and your wife as well. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. You can both go to hell! No turtles lay eggs in winter. What a laugh. I should just get my pernick and crack his shell right in half. Oh, I did it again. Okay, a pernick is a type of flanged mace originating in the 12th century, primarily used by Russians in the region of Kiev. The pernick gained popularity because it was able to pierce plate armor or soldiers' protective shells, which is why I thought it was the perfect weapon to use on Yertle, because as a tortoise, he too has a shell. Ryan, you're gonna have to Wikipedia all this shit when you get home. Oh, learning is fun, Ryan. The more you know. Well, half of my guests are clearly not coming. Calling this late, their behavior is numbing. But the others will be here. I know that they will. They're just not that punctual. Where the hell's my Advil? Oh, fuck ibuprofen. I need something stronger. I'm so nervous and edgy. I just can't take this much longer. I know I dropped it here somewhere. Oh, poo, damn it all. Wait! Oh my God, found it! My last tramadol. Can I take this with liquor? Yes? No? Maybe so? Screw it, it's my party. Let's give it a go. Yeah, yes. Good. Great. I feel better already. This cocktail has me feeling a little unsteady. Please don't judge all my drinking and drugging. It's not like I'm out all night tweaking and clubbing. Anymore. I'm really just a homebody, and I stay in this shelter. And the liquor and pills, well, Mama needs a little helper. So where was I? Oh yeah, the first time I got laid. And if you think black men are hung, honey, try going Jade. When he first took it out, I almost ran away, because that thing between his legs grew 3 sizes that day. But he was gentle and slow. He took his time with me then. And then, once I relaxed, he hit it again and again. Oh, God, yes. I was transported from my back to my front. Ooh, I especially loved when he'd stick his tongue in my left ear. I have dirty birdies in this crowd. Dirty birdies. You all thought I was going to say cunt. Such new and strong feelings I had never had before. Oh, my heart was exploding for my sweet paramour. We would meet every day, oh, my secret new playmate. Then a month had gone by and I failed to menstruate. I had to do something and do something quick. So I ran to the drugstore and peed on a stick. I went to the doctor and my worst fear did spread. When my blood work came back, the rabbit was dead. I ran to the Grinch to relay my new findings. He just smiled and laughed, found my news so exciting. Then he got down on one knee, took my hand in his claw, and said, "Marry me." Well, my parents, however, weren't pleased in the least. I mean, who wants their baby girl deflowered by a beast? My mother was crying as Dad looked up from his desk. Mixed marriage of color to them was grotesque. I pleaded with them. You don't understand. I love him. I know it's not what you planned. Dad, he grabbed me, locked me into my room. You'll stay up there, Missy. He will not be your groom. Well, hours and days passed as I started to plot. Because despite their displeasure, I was not throwing away my shot.
My name is Cindy Lou Who, and I am here to say, if you have a shot in life, don't go throw it away. Whether work or play or even crazy romance, get out in the world. Go, take a chance. Now my mom and dad thought I was losing my mind, cause my aching for that monster proved that love is blind. They didn't understand. They looked at me with such awe, cause they really didn't want to have a green son-in-law. What?
Green son-in-law, oh no, oh. Green son-in-law. Green son-in-law, oh no, oh.
No, they really didn't want to have a green son-in-law. Now the Grinch, he was bad, and yeah, he was bad. But I became a plushy junkie and thought he was rad. His teeth were brown and he smelled kinda funky. But when we did the nasty, I was this crazy monkey, only 18. Didn't know many men. Now I'm looking in the phone book for OBGYNs. I had to be that Grinch's wife, that was my goal. No way I'd be birthing with that old troll.
Without that old troll, oh no, oh. Without that old troll. Without that old troll, oh no, oh.
No way I'd be birthing with that old troll. Na, na, na. Na, na, na. Every touch, every move, every time that we kissed, I knew there and then I could no longer resist. So I planned to run away without any fuss. But my ransom and my shit refuse to discuss. That little Cindy Lou who they spent years just loving. Now they freaking cuz I got this bun in the oven. I mean, what's the big deal? Why they hating on me? It's not like I told them I came down with Hep C.
Hep C, no, not me. No, Hep C. Hep C, no, not me.
Cindy Lou was never gonna get herself no Hep C. I never thought that I would go green when I was just a girl. It never did seem it was what I really wanted, but my heart and my mind was pried open at last, so I could finally find a life full of love without bigotry. Why can't we just let people be who they be without discrimination or narrow-mindedness? See, just love who you want. Don't you agree?
Bet you're sorry now, Ryan, huh? Bet you didn't see that coming. Or expect that to happen. Despite what you think, some white girls can rap. Yeah. So, anyway. Whew. I can't breathe. Anyway. Oh, gosh, better. So, I starved myself in my room without friends. And on the fourth day, my parents came to make their amends. They opened the door, they said they were sorry. They gave me some cheese and some fresh calamari. Dad said he'd forgive my little moral evasion if I just promised to marry a boy who at least was Caucasian. From that weird Scottish clan, he brought in Morris McGurk, the kid from next door who I thought was a jerk. Morris, now a young man, seemed rather nervous. He got Dad's approval because he had just bought a circus. What the fuck? If I pledged to marry Morris, my parents would forgive and release my large dowry on which we could live. Oh, wait, hold on to your nerves. I don't want to burn my tasty hors d'oeuvres. Oh, look at my pot holder. Santa, the real one. Okay, here we go. Oh, my goodness. Oh, look at these. These came out so well. So warm and nutritious. Oh, anyone out there want to taste? I swear they're delicious. Woo! Oh my gosh, so many are hungry out there. Don't you know you really should eat before you come to a show? Okay, all right, here we go. Oh, would you like one? Oh, there you go. Great. Let me serve. One each, please. Please don't yank it. Do you know what these are? Yes, pigs in a blanket. We've got a smart one here, unlike who you're sitting next to, poor Ryan. What's your name?
Angel.
Oh, Angel, nice to meet you, honey. And your shoes. You must come from money. How about y'all back there? You guys want some treats? Tough shit. Next time, buy better seats. Cheap frickin' TKTS bastards, right? Okay, really? You want to start something with me, Mr. Man with a cup? Don't make me come back there, bitch. I'll fuck you right up. Aren't these just yummy? They were made with good fats, but I couldn't afford meat, so I made them with rats. I'm just kidding. All right, now don't be pest. Let's get back to my story and leave some for my guests. So, I planned to marry Morris and swore I'd not falter. But on the day of the wedding, I left McGurk at the altar. I ran away from Whoville into the arms of the Grinch. I never looked back. Not once did I flinch. We were married days later, despite all the objection. And so we were wed amongst a small, weird collection. Horton was there, and the Cat in the Hat. The Lorax showed up, and oh girl, she got fat. The Sneetches and Wocket brought that obstinate Sam, who's like now totally vegan, so no green eggs and ham. What the heck did we go through all that for? Our wedding was lovely on top of Mount Crumpit. We exchanged our vows there. Thing 2 played the trumpet. My wedding dress was stunning, a sight to be seen. We were married by Sylvester McMonkey McBean. Such a special occasion, but all the Who's stayed away. My parents and friends, they disowned me that day. Some folks can't accept couples that are diverse. Some people think certain loves are perverse. But I didn't care what anyone said. I followed my heart, and so I was wed. Right after the reception, I moved into his cave. But it wasn't a cave, it looked more like a grave. It was dreary and dark and smelled like you'd think. No plumbing, no toilet, no kitchen, no sink. How could anyone actually live in this hell? In Whoville, everything was so bright and pastel. Well, I had to make the most of my new situation, so I gave it a makeover to reduce my frustration. I rolled up my sleeves and I cleaned every nook, every corner with bleach, 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 bleach. I went down to Home Depot and purchased a drape, some towels and some rugs to change the landscape. I hung pictures and prints and several dried flowers. Ugh, the time that I spent, that remodel took hours. But soon with my touch, we now had a nice place. I looked at my husband, he had a smile on his face. Oh, I loved that green man beast. I swear that I did. But soon it was time for me to pop out that kid. Oh, my labor was tough. My contractions were numerous. And I freaked when I saw what came out of my uterus. See, my child was not a small bundle of joy, but a large glob of green. Was it a girl or a boy? With the fur and the paws, it looked just like its daddy. With no hoodilly attached, I named the kid Patty. So, we started a family as I laid there beside her. I hoped my husband would be a decent provider. But soon, I realized he hadn't a job. He just sat around all day being a great big fat slob. I tried to get work, filled out application, but no who would hire me after I made such a sensation. They all knew I ran off with that old scary monster, so no one would help us or offer to sponsor a meal or clothing or any knitwear. We were even denied for Who Shield health care. This was before Obama. Life was tough. We were poor and on the downswing. And my husband turned right back into a nasty old thing. He didn't help me find food or care about clothing. That Grinch just sat on his ass, increasing my loathing. God, what a fool I was. I should have married McGurk. Oh, that was it. I called Morris and I begged him for work. He took pity on me, brought me right into the loop. I worked at his circus. I cleaned elephant poop. You're gonna judge me at the holidays? That's great, thank you. This whole section, I just, So, a few years went by and we scraped by on my income. I didn't make much money, but at least it was some. But things really went south when the folks from PETA came to town. They took away all the animals, shut that circus right down. I asked Morris, how could they do this to you? But before he could answer, they took Morris away too. I later found out what had caused all that drama. Morris was having relations with a 12-year-old llama. It went from bad to worse by that next Christmas evening. Patty was now 7. We were hungry and freezing. I went outside for a smoke and to ponder my woes. When I saw our dog Max had turned icy and froze. My dumb spouse forgot to bring him in the night prior, so I rushed Max inside, put him next to the fire. But despite my attempts, there was no winning path. Max was dead. We were starving. That's right. Do the math. Now I put Max in the oven. I know this might sicken, but I sliced him and served. Dog tastes just like chicken. Oh, would you look at this here? A small paper jet. Oh, I know what this is. It's another regret. Well, let's read this and see what this letter produces. And now, who's not coming and what their excuse is. Dear Cindy Lou, I know this is sudden and awfully rash, but we sadly can no longer come to your holiday bash. We had every intention to show up at your trailer, but my wife had an asthma attack and lost her inhaler. The four of us all send you a holiday kiss. Signed 1, 2, red and blue fish. Fish have gills. How can they have asthma attacks? Ryan! Oh, I know what's happening. They won't say it to my face. But no one is brave enough to show up at my place. See, the last part of my story is where it gets twisted. And you'll all soon hear how I got, well, blacklisted. So I already told you how I cooked up our hound. But what happened next, I'm sure will astound. See, when my husband dug in, he let out a holler. As he was chewing his food, he bit into the collar. It's your fault, I screamed, irate and upset. You don't have a job, so we are eating our pet. Enraged, he came at me cursing and swinging. I ran out of the cave, and I heard the bells ringing. Christmas Day had arrived, the sun was just peeking. All the Who's began awaking, their front doors all creaking. I saw my family and friends gather around that same tree. How I loved that tradition when I was just 3. Then my husband came out with a rock in his mitt. It was him or me now. I don't put up with that shit. He lunged for me, soon coming in for the kill. So I stepped quick to the left and he slipped down the hill. Thousands of feet my husband would fall. But the saddest part was, I wasn't that sad at all. The police soon came when they found his dead carcass. I didn't shed a tear, so they thought I was heartless. They dragged me downtown where they began all their questions. I couldn't afford counsel, so I relied on suggestions. They charged me that night with a murder offense. I pleaded with them. It was just self-defense. Oh, it was in all the papers and on TV shows, all the whispers and gossip people chose to suppose. They called me a killer, some cold-hearted wife who had plotted and planned to take her own husband's life. But I didn't do anything except protect myself and my child. But the press had a field day. Oh, the rumors grew wild. No one believed sweet Cindy Lou Who. They just painted me as some sick psychopath shrew. I watched as those 12 people the lawyers did choose. A jury of my peers, all consisting of Who's. They found me guilty that day and said that I lied. They charged me with murder and, yes, canicide. They put me in handcuffs for all of my slaughter. I watched as they soon took away my young daughter. They first took my kid to my parents for protection, but when they saw what she looked like, she got their rejection. They didn't want other Who families to know of this grandchild, so they slammed their front door, and Patty was exiled. She was placed soon enough in an orphanage cage, where she would remain till she was of legal age. The last time I saw Patty was in that one courtroom pew. My last words to her were, "Mommy loves you." 2 guards threw me in a van like some Whoville trash. The paparazzi took pictures, all the cameras did flash. We went for a long ride till we arrived in fresh hell at a prison located near Matafa Patafapel. They led me through the front gate, past the mirrored reflector, where I first had to step through a metal detector. They ripped all my clothes off, oh, a time of such gravity, while a female matron began searching my cavity, and I ain't talking dental. They placed me in a holding cell, all the inmates abuzz. Then I was interviewed by some bitch who looked like Gertrude McFuzz. The reality of my plight began to soon hit as they determined which building would be my unit. For 12 long months, I sat alone in my cell. I had no comb, no barrettes, not even hair gel. All my past choices now seemed oh so wrong. I got involved with a Grinch, which was wrong all along. It was Christmas Eve once again, but oh, so much had changed. There was no singing, no smiling, no gifts were exchanged. I so wanted to be young once again and not grown. But I was no longer a girl. I had a girl of my own. I could feel my heart breaking. My spirit was slain. To take a child from their mother, there is no greater pain. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue thinking about you. Decorations of red on our green Christmas tree won't be the same if you're not here with me. I'll have a blue Christmas, that's certain, 'cause when that blue heartache starts hurting, you'll be doing all right with your Christmas of white, but I have a blue, blue, blue Christmas. I should have never left my family. I brought them such disgrace. And what I thought was true love turned out to be misplaced. I gave up everything, my childhood, my upbringing. And what did that get me, huh? Tell me. I'm all alone and stuck here singing. I'll have a blue Christmas, that's certain. 'Cause when that blue heartache starts hurting, you'll be doing all right with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue Christmas. I'll have a blue, blue, blue Christmas. So that was the downer part of the show. Oh yeah, we dropped the penny deep here Off-Broadway. A few days later, I was transferred to a cell that was permanent as I passed by some female felons having a bridge tournament. But the cell where they put me was smaller than the first. 2 bunk beds and a toilet? Huh, oh yeah, it got worse. So I laid down on the bottom bed and tried to get rest. But I soon was awakened by a ferocious new guest. This bossy old woman who was loud and was large. She was my new cellmate, who they called Badmouth Marge.
What you doing on my bed? The bottom bunk Marge owns. Get your ass off that mattress, you sad bag of bones.
I'm so sorry. I trembled. I was scared and was shaken.
Well, don't do it again, or I'll fry your damn bacon.
Okay, I had no idea what she was talking about, but it did not sound like something I would particularly enjoy.
What you in for, Petunia? Tell Marge what you did. Did you write some bad checks? Did you diddle some kid?
They think I killed my husband. That's what they say I've done. But I swear I didn't do it. That's my 411.
We all didn't do it.
Marge approved in her spewing.
I killed my mans too, 'cause my sister he was screwing. I shot her first, then I cut him up with a knife. It's no one's surprise that I am in here for life. Ha ha!
Okay, now I was horrified. I did not like Marge fully. I mean, I did not want to live with another mean bully.
One more thing and we'll get along fine.
What is it? I asked.
Stop talking in rhyme!
But that's how all the Who's talk, I tried to explain.
Well, you ain't no who here. It's time you speak plain. Don't tell me what to do!
I unexpectedly blared as Marge came toward me with her nostrils all flared.
Don't make me hurt you.
As Marge moved into my space, I didn't know how to respond, so I spit in her face. Well, that was it. I just thought I was dead. But what Marge did next was so surprising instead. She reached out her hand and said,
Good for you. You need to be tough and a little cuckoo to survive in this place.
Marge bellowed with pride. And as I shook her soft hand, I started to cry. Marge sat me down, put her arm around my shoulder.
You listen to someone who's a little wiser and older.
She wiped away my tears, rubbed the hair on my head, and she started to rock me as she turned and she said,
Listen up, Buttercup. Lock up is hell. Don't let on that you're scared if you want to excel.
Well, I knew she was right. I would have to fight daily wars if I was going to survive with these skanks and these whores. Marge taught me how to make the most of my difficult plight. I worked in the laundry, I made crafts at night. Together with Marge, it all became bearable. My life wasn't over. It was completely repairable. I started taking college courses online every week, biology, algebra. I even learned me some Greek. After years of hard study, I got an online degree. I majored in business through DeVry University. It's accredited. I was no longer puzzled, perturbed, or perplexed. I even tried me some of that lesbian sex. It wasn't half bad. You know what I'm talking about. 10 years into my sentence, I had brains, I had brawn. But one summer morning, I saw that Marge was now gone.
Where is she? I screamed. What'd you do with my pal?
Marge had been transferred to another jail by the canal. I slept in her bed in that now quiet cell. I could still feel her there. I could still smell her smell. I missed that old coot. Yeah, I missed Marge a lot. But soon this new bitch was sitting on her old cot. Get off that mattress, missy! I screamed at that girl. I sleep there now! Ooh, she got my skirts in a twirl. But this scared little thing, she just started to weep. I didn't mean to upset her. I'm not some mean creep. My heart went out to this lost little tyke. I was in her shoes once. I know what that's like. So I gave her the same talk that old Marge she gave me, with an arm around her shoulder and a hand on her knee. See, sometimes good people just do some bad stuff, but they can get back on track if they want to enough. And then there are others who don't budge an inch. So listen up, ladies and gays. A Grinch stays a Grinch. A few years later, I was jumping with glee. I had made my parole. They were setting me free. I said goodbye to the girls. I was no longer broken. I gathered my things as the jail doors slid open. You know, in prison, I stumbled upon what I needed to find. It was me that I found all that time being confined. Because you want to know something? And this is the truth. Cindy Lou Who is not the girl of her youth. There's a force out there that's so loving and giving. Whatever that is, takes care of all that is living. So I guess I'm grateful for all that's transpired. It made me stronger and wiser. It's what was required. They released me last month for my good behavior. My great uncle who died, he left me this trailer. As for my Patty, well, I've never seen her again. She has her own life with her new family and friends. How many times did I try to reach out? But she blames me, I guess, has such anger, such doubt. She's a young woman now, and looks like my clone. Well, that is if you can overlook the greenish skin tone. Rumor has it she's happy, so gifted, such smarts. She actually chose a career in the performing arts. After studying voice with Coach Maurice de Cricket, she now plays Elphaba on the national tour of Wicked. She is talented. Oh, spending Christmas with Patty would have been so ideal. Oh, maybe next year when her emotions can heal. That's why I threw this party. To make things more easy. Because Christmas Eves always make me so anxious and queasy. You don't have to tell me. I know you're not coming. Can't you stop with the lies? Can't you just be forthcoming? None of you want to be seen with me now. Because of my past, you all disavow. Well, I thank you for calling and speaking with reason. To you all as well. You enjoy the bright season. Well, I'm afraid that is that. No one will be showing. I might as well turn off the lights. Oh, look. It's snowing. So many people are out there tonight. In the arms of their loved ones, holding them tight. Tomorrow they'll wake and exchange a nice gift. Having someone here now would sure give my spirit a lift. It's just another day. It'll all be over soon. I should go to bed now. Sleep way past noon. I tried to reach out to all of my friends, but they no longer like me. So this is how it all ends. You should go home now to the people you love. I'll be fine. I'm okay. Well, maybe. Kind of. Why are you still sitting there looking at me? Don't you have places that you need to be? You don't have to stay. I don't want your damn pity. There are so many things to see and do in this city. And yet you remain. None of you stir. Maybe I was wrong about who my friends really were. All of this time you've been in front of my eyes. We laughed and we talked. I had fun with you guys. I have an idea. Just lend me your ear. But would you all like to spend Christmas Eve with me here? Ryan, would you? And you, would you stay too? We'll have our own party. We all will make do. Oh, I know. We can sing a song by the pine. You can sing harmony, but melody is mine. Oh, but I don't have a piano because I just have this one room. Oh, wait, I know how we'll all be able to carry a tune. I will open this box, a rare musical thing. Oh, it's perfect. Come on, friends, let's sing. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. You sound beautiful, even you. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide Brian gay. Next year, all our troubles will be miles away. Okay, now shut the fuck up, because this part is just me. Here we are, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. You see where Patty got it from, right? Faithful friends who are dear to us will be near to us once more. Everybody! Through the years we all will be together. I see you back there. If the fates allow, hang a shining star upon the highest bough. Some of you should have taken the octave lower. And have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Oh, thank you, my friends. It has been so wonderful spending time with you folks. You were such a great crowd. You got most of the jokes. But before you all go, I just want to say this, and I hope that it brings you some seasonal bliss. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sure it's those kids from before who were bratty. Wait. That's not them. Oh my God. It's Patty!
It's Lesli Margherita. I hope you loved Whose Holiday as much as I loved playing Cindy Lou Who. Now, I know you've just dealt with me for over an hour, and that's a lot. Really, bravo to you. But if I could just have you for one more minute. If you loved tonight's stream, and who didn't? Who didn't? If you loved it, please consider donating to Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS. Every donation up to $10,000 is being matched dollar for dollar by the incredible Phil and Liz Gross, great friends of Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS. Thank you. How do you donate? You go to broadwaycares.org/whoseholiday2020. I know, but it's the year we're living in. Donate anything, honestly, $1, $5, $50,000. Any amount that you can give will help someone in need, not just in the Broadway community, all communities across the country. $25 can get somebody some groceries. $50 can get someone dealing with COVID or HIV/AIDS to the doctor. We know it's a big ask. We know that it has been quite a year. But any amount that you can give will help someone less fortunate, especially this holiday season. So from Cindy Lou and myself, have a happy holidays.